Hello, what's going on guys, and welcome back to a new sort of video that I'm going to try. It's going to be WWE predictions with gameplay in the background. Now, this is going to be a prediction of the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell, which is happening, is it today or next week? I think it's next week. But yeah, well, let's get straight into the gameplay. My first prediction for the pre-show, which is Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose versus the Wyatt family. I think the winners cannot be Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose, only because the sheer size of Braun Strowman and Luke Harper. If they do somehow win, which I can't see happening, it's gonna be a pinfall on Luke Harper and not Braun Strowman. Or the Wyatt family will lose. Actually, no, I've changed my mind. The Wyatt family will lose due to a planned interference by Eric Rowan, which will make the Wyatt family for Survivor Series, which is the next pay-per-view, and will piss off Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose even more. So I think, to sum up, I think Eric Rowan will interfere, and by disqualification, Randy Orton and Dean will win. The second match on the card, I believe, is, if it happens, is an open challenge from John Cena for the US title. Now, because John Cena is moving away for, I think, a few months to do TV, I believe that he'll have to lose the US title very soon, and I can't see anyone better to lose it to than Dolph Ziggler. And I think that could be a possible heel turn for Dolph, I'm not really sure, but Cena can't hold on to the title whilst he's not in the business. Or they'll have a battle royal of some sort when he does leave. The match after that will be Kevin Owens versus Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. It will be a rematch from Night of Champions, and I don't think Ryback will win because Kevin Owens hasn't really had it long enough. So I believe Kevin Owens will still hold on to the title, and it'll probably be a pop-up powerbomb win instead of a roll-up this time, or a DQ, something along the lines of that. The next match will be The New Day versus the Dudley Boys. This will be a very good match, I hope. I'm not really sure why the match is happening, because New Day have already somewhat beat the Dudleys, sort of. Stephanie McMahon was mad at the New Day, and so she booked this match, and I don't really see the point in it, but I'm assuming it will just be to get the Dudleys in a their 10th tag team title. Oh, another quick thing, an apology that this match isn't a Hell in a Cell match, I forgot to select it. So, yeah. The match after that, I believe, is the Divas match, which is Charlotte versus Nikki Bella. I think Nikki Bella will keep on to the title because Paige is going to interfere. I think that's the storyline they're sort of going for at the moment. So, yeah, Paige is going to interfere and she should get her Divas title shot soon. But I'm really wanting them to bring back the women's title, because the Divas title just undermines what they're really about. As you saw, or hopefully as most people saw, the NXT Takeover, the main event was a Iron Woman match, and it was a brilliant match, one of the best matches women have put on in the last decade. It was an amazing match. So the women's title would make sense if they bring it back, I think, with all the new divas, all the new women coming up through the ranks. The next match is Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. Now I think this match could most probably steal the show. As most people know, last year Bray Wyatt interfered with the main event, or not the main event, the match that stole the show between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, which was a good storyline to bring Wyatt back. This year, with Bray Wyatt being in a match against the powerhouse of the Shield, Roman Reigns, I think Bray Wyatt will win due to the Wyatt family somehow interfering. I'm not sure how they're going to do it at all, because obviously they're inside the Hell in a Cell structure, so I'm not sure how they're going to interfere, but I think they will. Maybe along the lines of Braun Strowman ripping off part of the cell. I think that's the closest you're going to get to an interference. And then a big brawl between Randy, Ambrose, Rowan, Harper and Strowman, and then Wyatt finally getting the pin on Reigns, again leading up to Survivor Series, which is what I think they're planning. And obviously that match leads on to Seth Rollins versus Kane for the WWE title. Now, with that, because this is what I'm hoping, because Strowman's ripped off the side of the cell or somewhat, it's just going to leave it open, so Seth is going to try and run away from Kane and get into the top. And there's going to be a lot of kerfuffle in the ring and around the ring, in the fans and stuff, hopefully. And I think I do think Rollins will somehow win. I think Kane's going to chokeslam him through the roof of the cell, because Rollins is not scared of much. I think he's a tremendous wrestler. I really do like Rollins, one of the only people that does. And Rollins picks up the victory in the gameplay I've just done, because I can't kick out via a roll-up pin. Yeah, I think Kane's going to chokeslam him through the roof of the cell. Therefore, maybe injuring Rollins, but he still wins and then goes out for a bit. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with that, because they're either going to fire Kane or keep him. Also, so yeah, I think Rollins may pick up the win, maybe Kane. That match is pretty unpredictable, but if I was going to say anyone, I'd say Rollins will win the match. And finally, the last match on the card, which is Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, the third match of the feud that they've had. And it's just going to be a slug match. It's going to be loads of blows, loads of kicks, loads of punches. Lesnar's going to go through the top of the cell, or Taker's going to go through the top of the cell. There's going to be holes in the ring. There's going to be everything in the Hell in a Cell possible will happen. Someone will fall off the side. Something along the lines of that will happen. And I do think if Kane loses, this is my sort of prediction. I don't know why this would happen, but it might. If Kane loses, he will attack The Undertaker, therefore creating the final feud before their joint retirement, Kane and The Undertaker, leading up to maybe Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, and Brock Lesnar will be victorious. But if that doesn't happen, if Kane wins, I think Undertaker could win and have the final laugh. So guys, if you enjoyed my long boring voice, please leave a like, comment your predictions, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.